Virtual day 5. Big bets. Just for fun. Virtual day 5. The player has a $100 bankroll. He's making big bets and hoping the shoe pays off. Sticking to the strategy. Makes a $15 bet for the first hand of the first shoe. Sorry about the air conditioning sound in the background. I can't do much about it. If it's too annoying, leave a comment and I'll try to make some videos without the air conditioner on. It's hot today though, you know. Insurance open, insurance closed. Nobody home. The player has 16 and the dealer has a strong ace. An ace can be used to make 21 multiple ways. Since the player has a bust card in his hand, he will not try to hit 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16 on this hand. Instead, he'll wait till a future hand when he's got better odds of not busting. Stays and hopes the dealer busts. The dealer has 5 or 15. The dealer has 21. Not a good start for the player, but at least he only had a $15 bet out. He plans to make big $20 and $25 bets, if not more. I've seen all the way up to $90 before, you know. Just depends on his mood. Right now he's going to put out a $20 bet and hope he wins the second hand of the shoe. Ace for the player, ace for the dealer, blackjack for the player, insurance open, insurance closed. Nobody home.
I'm reminding you, drink water. I'm reminding you, drink water.
Too much on that one. The player gets paid 1.5 times. That would be $30. The dealer has 2. The dealer has 12. The dealer has too much. No, the dealer has 21. However, the player's already been paid, so he's lucking out there. And, yeah. Sometimes I just can't count. That was a tough one to count for the dealer. But player's paid. He's going to reduce his bet to $10 so he can feel off the shoe. He's not feeling 2 in a row right now. Let's play it kind of smart, you know. The player has 13, and the dealer shows a weak bust card of 3. The player needs to know if 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16 hits this shoe, so this is a good time to hit 13 to see, especially since he has a small amount of money out, just $10. Let's see what happens. 20 works for the player. 8 for the dealer, 13 for the dealer, too much for the dealer. The player wins again. The player reduces his bet to $10, staying true to the strategy. Does not believe he can win 3-0 ever. Player has 4. Dealer has a 10. Player has 14. The dealer, checking hole card, does not have blackjack. The player was able to hit 14, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 last hand, so it's good for the shoe. He will try now. Taking a card, too much. Doesn't always work out. The dealer has 20. That's a pretty hard hand to beat. The player's not trying to play a bunch of small hands. He would like to win, so he goes ahead and makes a $25 bet. $25 may not sound like a huge amount, but it can eat up your wallet quick at the casino. The player has 15, the dealer is showing us 7. The dealer may have 17. The player is hitting 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So to stay true to the strategy, he hits it. Too much. Lost that one. The dealer has 17. The player can continue to be aggressive, and he will not hit 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's busted too many times to risk it. So he just makes a big bet, about half the stack, I'd say. Maybe a little more than half the stack. This is make it or break it. Player has a 10, dealer has a 10, player has 20. The dealer's checking the hole card. The dealer does not have blackjack. Nobody home. The player has 20. The dealer has 10. The player will just stay on 20. The dealer has 20. Push to the player. The player reduces his bet to $10, staying true to the strategy. The player has 7, the dealer has 3. The player has 17. The player has 17, the dealer shows a weak bust card of 3. The player cannot improve his hand, so he just stays on 17. He hopes the dealer busts. The dealer has 9. The dealer has 19. Player loses. May have small bet out, just like the strategy suggests. player's feeling out the shoe a little more before he makes any more big bets, makes a $10 bet. Player has 14. The dealer shows a strong 10. Nobody home in the hole. The player is not hitting 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16, so he just hopes the dealer busts. The dealer has 19. Player loses $10. Player sees a lot of small cards out on the table and knows that the shoe is in the dealer's favor. He will only make a $15 bet this time instead of a $10 bet. Just upping it a little bit, hoping he wins and can try to win 2 in a row and keep this going. Player has a weak bust card of 5. He now has 15. The dealer has 8. Player has 15, the dealer has 8. The player's not hitting 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16, so he stays on 50 and hopes the dealer busts. Not likely. The dealer has 18, beating the players again. The player's bankroll is now small for making big bets. He goes all in, either wins big or goes home. Going home broke. He's got a 10. The dealer has a 10. The player has 19. Well, this is deja vu from a couple of shoes ago. Checking the hole card, nobody home. Player has 19, the dealer shows a strong 10, the player cannot improve his hand, stays on 19. The dealer has 13. The dealer hits it, 23 busts. The player is still in the game. The player hopes to win 2 in a row, counts out his money, make sure he doesn't go above the $200 maximum. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. He's putting a bet of 120 out. 2 in a row, make it or break it, going home broke. Player has 2, which is weak for him. Dealer has a 10. The player has 12. The dealer checks the hole card, nobody home. The player has 12, the dealer shows a strong 10. The player's all in, he may as well hit it. Hit it to improve it. 16. Next to impossible to hit, but the player's got no choice. Hits. 21. The player is very happy at this point. The dealer has 20. Player wins big. Player wins $120. We'll give him a black chip. And $20 in blue and red chips, which are $5 each. And the camera's been rebooted. Waiting on some files to copy. Now I'll continue with the second half of the shoe. 59% copied. I just tell you right now, the player is probably going to count his winnings and think about leaving the table because he's won pretty big so far. Generally, I like to leave the table when I've doubled my money. I've seen it where I triple my money before or quadruple it, but not very often. Finish copying. We'll continue with the shoe just as soon as I get the disc back in the camera. "12 seconds to format." Starting to record. The player has a $10 bet out, feeling out the shoe. However, the player would like to know his profits so he can think about leaving the shoe. As a general rule, I like to leave when I double my money. I've seen it where I triple my money or quadruple my money, but that doesn't happen very often, so usually I like to run when I double it. So let's see what he's got. He's got 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210, 20, 35, $235. He started out with a $100 bankroll, so he has not doubled his money yet. He will continue to play the shoe, puts a $10 bet out, staying true to the strategy. Player has a 10. Dealer has a 3. Player has 18. Player has 18. Dealer shows a weak bust card of 3. Player cannot improve his hand. Stays on 18. Hopes the dealer busts. The dealer has 6. The dealer has 11. The dealer has 21. Beats the player. Player loses $10. Player's into making bigger bets. Goes from a $10 bet to a $25 bet. Medium-sized bet, really. Nothing too impressive. Player has 10. Dealer shows a 2. Player has 17. Player has 17. The dealer shows a strong 2. A 2 can be made into 21 multiple ways. The player's just going to stay on 17 and hope the dealer busts for some reason. The dealer has 8. 16. The dealer has 19. Beats the player. Player loses $25.